Now today, I need you to listen carefully because this isn't about courage. It's about identity. There are 3 types of women who don't leave, and one of them is you. And the one you recognize the most, that's the one keeping you stuck. You already know it's time to leave. The problem is, you're still there. So today's a brief one, but crucial. I'm breaking down the 3 types of women who never leave. They stay, even when they know they shouldn't. You're listening to Sis We Outta Here, the podcast for the woman who looks good on paper, but feels like she's disappearing in real life. I'm your host, Miriam Davenport, the Exit Queen. I left the job, the relationship, and the version of myself that kept shrinking just to survive. Now I help women just like you break cycles, speak up, and design a life that finally feels like home. Whether you're in the middle of a major exit or just waking up to the truth that you deserve more, this space is for you. Here we have real conversations. Sometimes it's just me. Sometimes it's powerful women sharing their exit stories. But every time, we keep it raw, honest, and purpose-driven. So if you're ready for real freedom, let's get you free. Let's start your exit. Some women don't leave because they can't. They don't leave because of who they've become. Now, I'm going to call some things out today because most people think that leaving is about courage. It's not. It's about identity. Okay, so let's talk about the first type. And look, I was one of these myself, so I'm not judging. I'm just saying. The first type we're talking about here is the overthinking. There's a woman listening to this right now who's done all the research. I mean, you've watched the videos, you've read all the posts, you probably even made a plan, and yet you're still there. You tell yourself, I just need a little more time. I just need to be sure. I just need one more step lined up. But what you're really doing is thinking your way out of action. You don't move because you're waiting to be 100% sure. You want guarantees before you take a step. You're trying to outthink discomfort instead of moving through it. Because if you move, you might be wrong. If you move, you might fail. If you move, you might have to face a version of yourself you've never been before. So you stay right where you are in what you already know and call it being smart. But every time you don't move, you chip away at your self-trust. And eventually, you stop believing you're the kind of woman who follows through. All right, let's discuss the second type. This one right here, this one is praised. The loyal one. You stay because of your heart, because of your history, because of your role, because of the people attached to your decision. You don't want to disappoint anyone. You don't want to be the one who left. So you carry more. You tolerate more. You adjust more. Even when you're exhausted, you stay. And you call it love. But sometimes it's not love. It's identity. You've built your entire identity around being dependable, being the one who holds it together, being the one who stays. So leaving doesn't just feel like a decision, it feels like losing who you are. Now, the cost? You abandon yourself quietly. You start shrinking your needs, ignoring your voice, delaying your life. And the longer you stay, the harder it becomes to even recognize what you want anymore. Then we have a third type, the exhausted one. This is the woman who already knows. You're not confused, you're not overthinking, you're just tired. You've been carrying too much for too long. You don't even have the energy to plan your exit. You wake up tired, go to bed drained, and here's what happens. You don't leave because you don't have the strength to. You lost the energy to even plan your way out. so you stay. Not because you want to, but because you just don't have anything left. This is the woman who says, I know I need to leave, but I just can't right now. And that right there, that cost, well, it won't be on your terms. This one is where your body steps in, because what you won't walk away from, your body eventually will. You start getting health issues, having burnout, so much so that your body forces you to make an exit. So whether you're overthinking, overgiving, or just plain exhausted, you're not stuck because you can't leave. You're stuck because of the version of you that's still running the show. There was a time I stayed longer than I should have. Not because I didn't know, but because I kept adjusting myself to survive something I had already outgrown. So let me ask you, which one are you? The one thinking? The one carrying everyone? Or are you the one who's just plain old tired? Because you can't change your life until you tell the truth about where you are and who you are. Until you do that, nothing changes. If you're in that space where you know that something has to change, then start with clarity. I have an exit readiness check. It's $1. The link is in the description. It's going to help you get clear in 10 minutes if you're really ready to exit. And if you already know it's time and you're ready to map it out, then go ahead and book a strategy call and we'll map out your next 30 days. But regardless of which one you do, come join us in the school community where you'll be around other women who will support you and inspire you to make your exit and move to the next level. That link is also in the description. Well, I told you this was going to be a short one, but I hope it was impactful and lit a fire somewhere inside you to get you moving toward your exit. That's it for today's episode of Sis We Outta Here. If something hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Share this with a woman who needs to hear it. When you're ready to do the deeper work, join the sisterhood in school where you reclaim your voice, your power, and your peace. And don't forget, the longer you wait, the heavier it gets.